I have been trying to play this current update for a few days now, and to be honest, it's just so difficult to do. And I am quite disappointed with a number of things that they did in Grow Garden for this Ghoul Garden 2 update. So this is again Gamer Saoirse, and this is another Grow Garden video. If you like this content, go ahead and click that like button, also click on the subscribe button, and be one of the first 100 subscribers in our YouTube channel. So here it is. This update, just honest to goodness, it is just so frustrating. It's just done in bad taste to a point where I think this update is meant to make players stay on the game longer, like do AFK methods, or just wait up on the things to pop up for this particular update. So of course, just like what I do weekly for you guys, I will go ahead and let you know what you can do in this particular update, how you can gain the rewards, and I am not really sure how you can technically farm this current update. There is a component that they made easier for us to do, but I would have to wait for that to come up later on in this video. So first thing, what they did was they give us this dead tree, and then also the grave digger. So given that we only have a couple of minutes left for the grave digger, I'll go ahead and discuss this first. So let's go ahead and show you how to play. So let's go ahead and talk to the grave digger. Let's ask him, how do I dig? Click on the dirt to start digging, dig out the treasure to get rewards, use dig trinket to get more digs, or wait to get more. Okay, so the dig trinket, I actually just used up most of my dig trinkets, but you can get that from the Halloween gearbox. Here it is. So later on, I'll show you what else you can get in the Halloween gearbox, but one of that will be the dig trinket, and then another one that I actually wanted to have will be, I think that's the 1% gear, the toffee something. I'll show you that later on, just so that you can see what you can get from the gearbox. It's all gears, basically Halloween gears that you can get from that. So let's go ahead and talk to him again. Let's go grave digging. So here it is. It's a map. Basically what this game is like battleships, wherein you use your digs to open up holes on the dig site to look for the treasures. So as you can see, I have already found 3 out of 5 treasures. I have used up the max 10 digs that I had earlier, so I needed to wait for a couple of minutes for me to get some more. And then actually, just to discuss with you, one of the things that I hate about this update is that for the grave digger, you see that countdown below, above the number of digs that you have, that 2 minutes 20 seconds right there. You actually do not get any extra digs if you are offline. So it's one of the ways that they would want us to be in the game, to be in a waiting game for us to get digs, basically. I enjoy the gameplay for this because it's, a fresh gameplay that you find in your garden, but then again, that waiting game for the digs just doesn't, it doesn't make sense for me. And if you would want to add more, let's say, you would need to spend 59 Robux for just 5 digs. They didn't even make it so that you can have max 10 again. So this game is starting to be played to win instead of free to play, and it's beginning to be not casual player friendly anymore. So for this, just like what I said, it's like Battleship. So let me go ahead and dig. Let me maybe do here. Oop, I missed. Let's try another one. Okay. Ooh, there you go. So I found another one, and I think I will be able to make it for me to be able to open this, because this particular casket right here, it's a total of 6 spaces, so I would need a total of 5 digs for me to complete that, and I think I have enough time for me to be able to get those digs. I just need to wait in game for me to be able to get the digs that I need to dig that out. So let's just go ahead and wait, since we just have a few seconds more, and then I'll show you the rewards for this grave digger. Okay, there you go. So I just need 4 more, so we're good with that. And all right, let's go ahead and go here. Rewards, open. So the things that you can get in here: 23.26% spooky egg. And with the spooky egg, just like with the first week, you have your chance to get the bat, the bone dog, the spider, the black cat, which is most OP, and of course the headless horseman. Those are the 2 catches, the 2 chases for the pets for this Halloween event: the black cat and the headless horseman. And then you will have your spooky crate, wherein you can get cosmetics like the Halloween basket, the Halloween ribbon, pumpkin on a stick, Halloween candles, pumpkin light, Halloween stump, and the Halloween archway. I haven't really opened a lot of my crates. Even the pumpkin crates that I got from the first week, I haven't opened them yet. So yeah, I'm not really too much of a cosmetic person, but I did decorate my garden a bit. So I'll give you a tour later on for that. And then, oh, okay, I can show you the Halloween gear box right here. 11.63% Halloween gear box. Okay. So we have here the bland jelly, the dig trinket, the Jack-O jelly, the sugar watering can, the pumpkin lollipop, and oh, here it is, the toffee tether. So let's go ahead and just look up what you can do with these gears. So just to check on the chances, you get 38.1% bland jelly, 23.81% dig trinket, 23.81% Jack-O jelly, 9.52% sugar watering can, 3.81% pumpkin lollipop, and then it's just 0.95% for the toffee tether. So for the bland jelly, what it does is it gives 40 XP to a pet. For the dig trinket, it gives 1 more dig for the digging mini game. And then we have our Jack O Jelly. This one gives 100 XP to a pet. Our sugar watering can speeds up plant growth by 5% of their total growth time. So it helps make your plants go faster in comparison to the regular watering can. And then we have our pumpkin lollipop, which increases a Halloween related pet's age by 1. Although I wonder how many pumpkin lollipops I've got already. Let's go ahead and take a look later. But I am quite sure that I haven't gotten a toffee tether as of yet. So for the toffee tether, this is actually a great gear to have, because it gives a pet the tethered mutation, wherein you become inseparable from the player's pet, from your pet, and gain an unshakable bond. So basically, you can make your pets follow you. So this would be a good mutation for pets like the Triceratops, and you would want them to ram into a specific plant. Go ahead and give them the toffee tether, and they will follow you around. So you will be able to get the growth bonus for the plants that you want in your garden. Yeah, that is definitely it. So let's go ahead and take a look. How many pumpkin lollipops do I have? Lollipop. I have I have one. Okay. All right. I just have one. No worries. Okay. Let's go back to the rewards. You'll get 8.14% for the zombie fruit. I think I have a couple of that already. 8.14% for the crow. I've gotten like I think 3 of this, and I sold the other ones. And then 6.98 suspicious soup, 5.81% wisp flower, which I got just one as of the moment, 5.81% Halloween Raider, 5.81% Goblin, 2.33% Witch's Broom, 2.33% Mummy's Hand, which I haven't gotten yet, and 2.33% Hex Serpent, which I already got 2. However, there is a problem with the way the pet's passive works. So let's go ahead and take a look at how the passives for the new pets. So we have the crow. Spooky Crow is the passive trait. Nearby spooky type plants have increased growth speed. So I may think twice as to keeping the only crow that I have right now, because it's just for spooky plants. And then the goblin, this one I really like. It has a silly trait. It says the name of the passive trait is Looter. Occasionally goes to another random player and carries them around and brings them to players who and brings them to the player, to you. So it technically kidnaps other players and brings them to you, and then the other player can jump to be released if they don't want to be kidnapped. Okay, so that is one of the things that I actually liked in this new update. They introduced pets that just does silly traits, and that's something fresh for grow a garden. And then the last one is the Hex Serpent. So just like what I said, there is something that you need for this pet's passive, but its passive trait is kinda OP if you are able to get the requirement for it. So the passive trait is Witchcraft, wherein you plant 5 single harvest plants in a hex circle cosmetic, and occasionally the Hex Serpent will perform a ritual, consuming the plants and granting random rewards. The rarer the plants, the better variants grant better effects. So I think, yeah, so the best plant for this single harvest would most likely be the mushroom. And then if you get the silver, the gold, the rainbow variant, then you will get rarer or better rewards. So given that I haven't gotten the hex circle yet, and for the life of me, ever since I started playing the event, the second week of the event when it dropped, I haven't had the chance to see the hex circle get into stock. So that's another problem. Okay, and that is it for the grave digger. So I think I got some digs right here. Let me just go ahead and use them. I only got one. Okay, all right. And then let's get to the part that I really, really, really hate. So this is the dead tree. Okay, just a small one, you know, nothing really fantastic about it. And then let's go talk to the tree. Who are you? I am what remains. I rise when the veil grows thin, complete my tasks before I fade, and earn a seed from my weeping branches. But my branches weep only so much. When I return, they weep again. So, just like any other tree that we have had in Grow a Garden, there is a requirement for this, and just like the second week for the fall event, this tree gives you tasks. And to be honest, some of them are easy, but there are some of these that are very difficult. So let me go to the Dawn Discord server right now. Okay, so I'll flash it on the screen, but here are the possible dead tree quests. Plant 10 blood red mushrooms, harvest 5 pumpkins, harvest 2 jack-o'-lanterns, harvest 1 bainsberry, harvest 10 corn, water 30 plants, harvest 10 spooky mutations, harvest 10 vamp mutations, harvest 10 moonlit mutations, open 3 Halloween gearboxes, eat 3 suspicious soups, travel 777 studs with a witch's broom. I think this one is wrong. The traveling with the witch's broom is just 250 studs. Open 1 pumpkin crate, open 1 spooky crate, feed 15 pets, hatch 1 spooky egg, grow pumpkin rat to age 7, grow bat to age 7, sell 40 plants, sell 10 pumpkins, sell 25 corn, sell 5 blood red mushrooms, sell 1 jack-o'-lantern, earn 500,000 shekels, spend 50 candy corn, spend 500,000 shekels. The things that I hate in this list are: first, harvest 1 bainsberry. How do you get the bainsberry? That is a chance drop when you have the bone dog. So basically, it's another way for you to remain in the game, because you would need to wait for your bone dog to drop a bainsberry, and that does not happen often. Okay, I removed my bone dog, but I think it's just around every 5-6 minutes it digs for a seed, and most of the time it's carrots, to be honest with you. I think I only got 2 bainsberry right now, and I actually only have 1. Yeah, the reason why I only have one in my inventory because I already have one in my garden. And that was just chance because I don't usually look at the notifications for what my bone dog has dug up for the seed. And actually, let me just go ahead and put in another pet right here. Let me go ahead and bring back my bone dog just so that he can dig up the seeds. Is he back? Yeah, he's back. Okay. And then, what else? What else do I hate in this list of tasks? The mutations. 10 spooky mutations, 10 vamp mutations, 10 moonlit mutations. The moonlit mutations, if you already have the wolf, this would be quite easy. Because the passive trait of the wolf, they will howl and they will spread moonlit mutation in your garden. So if you have chanced upon the wolf, which I was able to get just one, I have just chanced one for the past couple of days, then you are fortunate. You will be able to have the moonlit mutation around your garden. The vamp mutation, you only get this in a weather. And that weather doesn't come very often. So again, it's another way for you to stay in the game. Do a waiting game. And then the spooky mutations, this one, you get this from the ghost bear. So yeah, another waiting game. Because the passive for the ghost bear to give the spooky mutation is around 16 minutes. So 16 minutes times 10, that's 160 minutes that you would need to wait for you to be able to get 10 plants with spooky mutation. And it's also gonna be hard to look for the plants that actually has that mutation. And then the tasks with the pumpkin crate, the spooky crate, and the spooky egg. Why? Because for the crates, it takes 1 hour for you to open it. And then for the spooky egg, it takes 4 hours for you to be able to hatch one. So before you hatch one, if you haven't planted your eggs ahead of time, then you won't even be able to make it to the tree. So, as a tip, from a person who has already been playing the event for a couple of days, put down a couple of pumpkin crates, a couple of spooky crates, and put down your eggs in your garden ahead of time. And for your eggs and crates, do not open them all at once. Just open them one by one whenever it's needed by the tree. Okay? And then what else? Growing your pets to age 7. Because there is no... Well, there are pets that you can use to speed up XP and you can give the treat. But it does take time for your pets to grow to age 7. And then spending 50 candy corn, because there is only one place where you can get or where you can spend your candy corns, and that is when the shops are actually up, which is once every hour. So whenever the hour hits, you will have your shops up, and that's the only time that you can spend candy corns. So that's again another waiting game for you. So just imagine right now, if you're a kid, if you're a casual gamer, you log in and then you're presented with a lot of things that you would need to wait for. I'm actually not even doing a lot of these tree tasks because the chance for me to get the weeping branch is just too small. So the weeping branch is actually a great seed. So for this one, if you have it in your garden, it gradually mutates nearby plants, evolving them from wilted to withered to desolate. So those are new mutations for our plants. However, the reward system for the tree is really RNG. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our chances right here. Okay, there you go. So you have an 11.34% chance to get 50 candy corn, 10.08 3 godly springers. You also have a chance for harvest tools, suspicious soup, witch's broom, reclaimer, silver fertilizer, spooky crate, the Halloween gearbox, pumpkin crate, spooky eggs, 100 candy corn, master sprinkler, medium toy, medium treat, gold fertilizer, the level up lollipop, the grandmaster sprinkler, the rainbow fertilizer, and then a measly 0.5% chance to get the weeping branch. You know, given the difficulty, the waiting game that you would need to experience to complete the tasks, in that, you know, with that chance to get the weeping branch, I don't know. I'm just disappointed. Really disappointed, because look at it. A lot of the things that are being given as rewards, we can easily get these through the regular shops. And most of the time, during admin abuses, we are given a ton of stock for these regular gears. So why put it as a reward for an event? It's just that not exciting. It's not enticing at all. So, well, we're already halfway through the week, and I doubt that they will improve this. But yeah, I am really disappointed. I wish they thought this out a little more for us to enjoy this event. And then also, another thing that I hate is the fact that, look, there is also a timer for the dead tree. Right now it says the dead tree leaves in 1 hour, 3 minutes, and a few seconds. And what happens is, this interchanges with the witch's brew every 4 hours. I am not sure who the genius is behind this, but it's just, you know, I don't know where Grow Garden is going towards nowadays, but yeah, it seems like we were just going downhill. They are wanting players to stay in the game for them to retain their rank, basically, but they are sacrificing the enjoyment of players actually playing. And I have been watching a lot of videos showing hate, being disappointed about this new update that we have. So yeah. And another thing that I hate right now is this little button on the top right portion of our screen, the event notify button. If you click on it, it just gives you the same reminder that you can find on the main page of Grow Garden. So I put it here. And you know what it does? It also blocks the notification for the weather that is current, ongoing in your garden. Because it's a big button right here. At least for a mobile player, that's what's happening. So I'm not happy because I can't see what weathers I have in my garden so that I know what type of mutations I may get for my fruits. Yeah. And then let's just go ahead and finish up grave digging before it disappears. There you go. And I just got suspicious soup. Okay. And then another thing that I would want to put your attention on are our coins, which you can get from the Ascension shop. So for me, as a player who grinds the game most of the time whenever I have free time, I have ascended a couple of times already. And right now I have 312 coins. But I don't have anywhere to spend them on because I have basically bought all of the things in the garden coin shop. So one of the mechanics that they originally devised for us to be able to burn a lot of shekels is basically busted already. Yeah, because why would I go and ascend if I cannot buy anything with my coins? Before, we can go ahead and spend our coins on the tier 2 seed shop, but they changed that to daily deals, wherein you can spend shekels to get best deals for some of prismatic, mythical, and I think divine seeds, and then also use shekels for other types of seed. These seeds, prickly pear, banana, rafflesia, the cauliflower, you can actually get this from the traveling merchant. So I believe the summer traveling merchant is kind of useless already when it comes to the seeds, because you can basically buy those seeds on the daily deals. So basically that's only useful for the summer eggs. So I don't know why they are being redundant right now. Okay, so since we have time, let's just go ahead and buy all of the seeds that we have, and then I think we already have a refresh for the pet shop. So I'll go ahead and go to the pet shop very quickly and buy my eggs. And then most likely once I'm done with that, we will already have our Halloween garden market. So let me use a recall wrench. Let's just go here in the eggs and buy our eggs. And then the pet name reroller. Okay. And then just like what I said, there you go. We already have our Halloween garden here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the updates here. So you got your new shop right here, which is Ghosty Gadgets, wherein you can buy Halloween gear boxes for 30 candy corns. You can also buy Halloween Raider, which scans and collects fruit with any Halloween related mutations. Suspicious Soup, the witch's signature dish, doesn't look too appeasing though. And then the witch's broom, the witch's signature tool for cleaning. Oh, and for flying too, I guess. So for the suspicious soup, it actually gives you like a random boost for your player, like a random speed boost or a random boost for your jump height for a couple of seconds. And then the witch's broom, it works just like the leaf blower, just like what I said when I released the leak for this second week of the update. And it flies around. It lets you fly around. Although the effect of it is actually shorter than the leaf blower. I don't know why they did that. So I hope they buff the period where you can stay afloat in your witch's broom, because it's a fun gear to have. And then here in the spooky seeds, one thing they added is the pumpkin. So you can already buy your pumpkin from the spooky seeds. They are in stock a lot of times. And then a new seed will be the candy corn flower. And then another prismatic seed with this, which is the blood orange, which I believe I don't have yet. Blood orange. Yeah, I believe I don't have that yet. Yep. So I haven't had a chance to see that in stock as well. And then here, so we still have our spooky egg. One of the new pets is the goat. This is another pet that has a silly ability. It occasionally goes to a random player and rams them, knocking and launching them away. So that's a funny trait. And then the dark spriggan, dark overgrowth, occasionally spreads its roots, and all nearby fruit have a chance to get the blight mutation. Ooh, we have the reaper. Let's go ahead and buy the reaper. Okay, another thing in connection to this pet, the dark spriggan, one other thing that I actually hate that they did during this update is this. Let's go to the shop. You see this Twilight pack? Okay, look at it. It's a pay to win mechanic, because this is the only way for you to get the ghostly dark spriggan. And the bad thing is, unlike here in the premium spooky egg, the ghostly variant of the pets in the spooky egg just has a better passive, like a faster cooldown time. The problem with the ghostly dark spriggan is that it gives a mutation that you cannot get from other pets or from a weather. So for the ghostly spriggan, it does give you the blight mutation with a rare chance of giving the necrotic mutation, which only this pet can give. So that means that if you do not pay Robux to get the pet, you won't get it at all. Yeah. So this got me thinking that unfortunately we are really going into a stage where we are going to play to win. Okay, here we got the jack-o'-lantern. I would need to do this fast. So one of the things that I like in this update is that they already added a submit all fruit to the jack-o'-lantern. So given that I am quite rushing, I'll go in my garden. I'll harvest all. Okay. And then let's just wait for the harvest all to work. I hope I still make it in time within the 2 minutes. Let's just wait for it. Oh, come on, please work. Please, please work. Alright, there you go. Got it. Okay, so let's go ahead and wait for the seeds to come to me. Alright, there you go. A few more. Perfect. And then let's just go to the jack-o'-lantern and submit all. Right? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Perfect. Okay. So that is basically it. Those are the things that you can find in the Ghoul Garden 2 event. I hope you guys are enjoying the event, because for me it's not really that exciting. I play for the grave digger and also the jack-o'-lantern to give me the rewards, and honestly I do have a lot of pumpkin crates right here. Here you go, 518 pumpkin crates. And then spooky eggs. I have 591 spooky eggs because of the updated jack-o'-lantern. So yeah, I won't be discussing the Witch's Brew anymore because the component for it, or the gameplay for it, has remained the same. It's just that they added the gearbox as one of the rewards that you can get from the Witch's Brew. So yeah, I mean, if you are with me in terms of the sentiment that we have on how Grow a Garden is working right now, what the devs have in mind for the future, leave a comment down below. I would like to know your thoughts about this update. And before we end, I would like to do a shout out, of course, for my recent subscribers. If you would want to be included in this shout out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And then another reminder, we have a giveaway going on right now in my channel. It's in one of the shorts that I have. I will put the link down below for that short. Just to quickly discuss how you can join the giveaway, you would need to leave a like on that YouTube short, and of course subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your username so that you can be included in the draw. Alright, so I hope this update guide is useful to you. This is again Gamer Sirsha. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.